Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Airis small pendant. This is the 187910. This is the smaller one. The larger one is the 187930. Check them both out. They're both pretty awesome. So let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, and that's going to be independent of the rod that it's hanging from. This is going to be 17.1 inches high, and then it's saying it's 4 inches by 4 inches, and that's really that square metal plate that's just above the glass and just where that socket is. The glass on this is 2.13 inches in diameter, and that's 13.5 inches tall. Sometimes you guys want to know that. When you get into overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture. In this case, it's bottom of glass to the actual ceiling itself, and that's going to give you a range. At its shortest, it's going to be 19.5 inches long. At its longest, it's going to be 64.5. And remember, that's ceiling to bottom of glass. If you need this to be longer than the long, so let's say you need this to be longer than 64.5, you might need 112 or 94 or something like that. Send me a quick email and say, I'm looking at the 187910 and I'm looking for 120 inches overall height, or whatever. I'm going to take your email, I'm going to take it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where it's going to come back to us with an answer. Adds a little time and money, but we do it every day. It's not a big deal, so don't be afraid to ask. Okay, so let's talk about how you get the overall height on this. So Hubbardton's using a system of these connected rods, and what you basically have are these tubes, these metal tubes, steel tubes actually, that have threading on both ends, and you can see right through this. And then connecting them up are what are called connectors. So connectors are exactly what you think they are. They have threading on both ends that go into the tubes. And once you put them all together, I've got to tell you, it's pretty amazing how seamless looking it really is. And it's really easy to put these together just like that. So look at that. You can barely even see. It's a nice clean look. And you're going to have, let's see, you're going to have 3 of the 12s. You're going to have 1 of the 6, and you're going to have 1 of the 3, and you're going to use those in different combinations to attain the range that you guys are looking for from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. Let's talk about how you put this together. Before we go there, let's talk about the installations instructions, because that's going to show you a lot of good info, and those are always available on our site. If you're on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a lot of good info. It's going to show you how to put the glass on, which is at the very end of the story after you put the fixture up. It's going to show you all the different parts you're going to get, a full parts list, and it's going to show you how to put it together. And basically what we do is we put down 2 nice fluffy bath towels end to end, and you're going to lay the parts out one by one, starting with the socket at one end, and you're going to work your way through with all these little parts until you get to the canopy at the other end. And you're going to just slowly snake those wires through all the different parts, exiting the canopy here. And then you're just going to do what I did a second ago. You're just going to screw them together, and then you're done, basically. It's that simple. After that's all done, then you're going to be putting this up, and you're going to be using a canopy on the ceiling that's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is coming in at 5.5 inches in diameter, okay? And this is generally a 4-inch box. It's going to cover you like that. Very easy. It's not a very heavy fixture, too, so it just hangs from a box without any problem. If you guys are using a sloped ceiling, have like a cathedral ceiling, or it's in a stairway or something, we are covering you for 45 degrees. So this is already set up to be sloped ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right here that you can barely see that works just like that. So you're all okay to go there too. Okay, let's move into a couple other things. Let's talk about the glass really quick on this. The glass on this is called seated glass, and what that is, it's a blown tube of glass. It has little tiny air bubbles in it, and the idea is that you're going to be using a reflector bulb, and reflector bulbs push a beam of light through that tube. It's going to hit those little air bubbles, and it's going to pop and be really cool, and it just throws a beautiful light down. This is a great task light. If you want to use this over a kitchen island or in some place like in a stairway where you want a nice big beam of light going down, this is a good fixture to use. And let's get into the bulb and the socket on this, and it's going to be using what's called a GU10 socket. And a GU10 socket has 2 little holes, and it accepts the little prongs on the bottom of this reflector bulb. It has 2 little tabs on top too, and it kind of just locks in like that, pretty easy. This is going to be available, this fixture, up to 35 watts for a halogen if you guys want to do that. But I got to tell you, I use this bulb, and I got this on Amazon. I'm not pushing Amazon on everybody, but in this situation, they have these Amazon Basics, I think, or it's their house brand, and they're really, really good. I use these all over my showroom, and they're pretty awesome, and can't say enough good things about them. They throw a great light down. Okay, so the thing about the light is when you are looking at this, let's say you go on to Amazon and you need to find the bulbs for this, which is super easy. Like I said, you're going to be putting into that search bar, you're going to put in GU10 and then space, and then the size of the bulb is called an M, like for mother, R for Robert, and then 11, so MR11, and then you're going to put in LED. Just put that in to begin with, and let's see what comes up. And do it on a big computer so you have a big screen in front of you, because you're going to have a whole bunch of listings to look at. You'll notice some of them are going to be available in 2700 Kelvin. That is a super yellow light, and you might want that. Some people do like that. Some people like that cold hospital waiting room light, and that's what they call daylight. That's that blue-white light that some people think is awesome too. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Kelvin, way on the other side of that Kelvin scale. Right in the middle of all that is what is called warm white, and warm white is 3,000 Kelvin. And warm white is what you see on here. So this is a nice warm white LED coming from the LEDs above me, and this is 3,000 Kelvin, and this is what we use all of our showroom because it kind of mimics the incandescent light we all grew up with. It's a nice warm light. Like I said, this gives great task lights. I would probably, when I go into that search, like I said, you're going to put in GU10, MR11, and let's say 3000 K LED, and that should get you directly to the bulb that you're going to need for this. The other thing is make sure that it's a dimmable bulb when you're doing this, because you'll probably want to dim this down and the fixture is dimmable. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.